first Overwatch video I ever released on this channel was a video called Top 5 Flex Supports in Overwatch History, and it's crazy to think that it's been over a year since then. Overall, I think that video aged pretty well, but it got me thinking. Now that some time has passed and we're midway through our second season of OWCS, who are the top 6 Flex Supports throughout OWCS? This list was shockingly different from the original, and if you like this video and you want to see more, subscribe to the channel for more Overwatch esports videos. With that said, let's get things started with some honorable mentions. One of the major perks of OWCS is that we get to see a lot more unknown and up-and-coming talent, which has allowed many players who wouldn't have gotten a chance to show what they've got. So I wanted to give a lot of honorable mentions. Even though I'm going to mention a ton of great players, I'm definitely going to miss someone, especially if they don't play anymore or they retired. So let me know who your top Flex Supports are in the comment section below. My honorable mentions are going to be Maka, Skewed, Irony, Simple, Cloud, Canale, Zerion, Cow, Luke Mino, Z, and CJ. All of these players have been really good and consistent performers in OWCS, and have been good contributors for their respective teams. I wanted a good blend of talent from multiple different regions, and this is a mix of guys who've played pretty well throughout most of OWCS, or have been playing at a very high level very recently but just haven't played that long. Some of them almost made the list, but they fell short simply because the guys I picked ahead of them are just that good. One final honorable mention is going to go to Violet, who is one of the best Flex Supports of all time, and is one of the single best players of all time. However, he won't make this list because he played more main support than Flex Support so far in OWCS. And that main support play wasn't exactly elite, so I think it's good to keep him off this list. Starting things off with number 6, I have UltraViolet. I was originally going to make this the top 5, but it kind of felt wrong to not include UltraViolet on this list, and I was going back and forth between him and the guy who I have at number 5. UltraViolet is still hella underrated, and he's been a consistent top Flex Support in North America throughout OWCS. Last season, he was a standout on M80 in the NRG Shock, being consistently near the top of NA. In the 2025 season, he's somehow gotten better, elevating himself on Nightmare. He was one of the best players on that roster, helping them upset Crazy Raccoon and placing very well. After the team was signed by Geeky, UltraViolet continued his excellent play and is thought of by many to be the best Flex Support in North America right now. UltraViolet has a nasty Baptiste, a great Ana, Kiriko, and a sneaky Zen. He can cover basically any support you need, and would be an upgrade on nearly every team. Picking only 6 players was tough, but UltraViolet's performance in OWCS so far has more than earned him this spot. At number 5, we have our first Korean player, that being Finn. Finn has quietly been a super consistent and talented player throughout OWCS, always being a great and reliable piece for Zeta Division. He might not have any first place stage finishes, but that's kind of more of a Zeta problem than a Finn problem. Even without a stage win, Finn has placed top 3 8 times in a very stacked Korea region, and Finn is a major contributor to his team's success. Finn might not be the flashiest, which causes some people to overlook him, but he has a very clean Zen and Ana, and he has some of the best pure mechanics of any player in the league. When talking about the major issues with Zeta, Finn is never the issue. He consistently raises his team's ceiling, and he looks good doing it. He has helped Zeta to multiple final appearances and several great wins over dominant teams like Crazy Raccoons, Team Falcons, and T1. On top of that, he just seems like a pretty funny guy, although his tweets are a little out of hand. As a whole, Finn is a really good Flex Support, and if he wasn't in such a stacked region, I think people would be talking about him at a higher level. Despite this, he still managed to keep up with the other stacked players in the Korea region, and I think he more than deserves the number 5 spot. Coming in at number 4, I have Rupal. Rupal showed everyone just how good he was during the Overwatch League, winning the championship in 2023 on the Florida Mayhem. Heading into OWCS, he wasn't slowing down. As a part of the Toronto Defiant, Rupal won all 4 NA stages and had several good runs during the international lands. This includes a 2nd place finish in the Esports World Cup, and a 3rd place finish during the Grand Finals in Stockholm. Rupal's Baptiste is one of the best in the world, and his Ana and Kiriko are both elite. After a dominant year on the Toronto Defiant, where he looked to be one of the best players in the sport, Rupal signed with Team Liquid, and he's been looking great all year. Liquid placed top 3 in both NA Stage 1 and 2, and they're looking to try to take home Stage 3. As of this recording, he is 3-0 in Stage 3 so far, and has looked really great on his team. Despite the overall meh performance that Liquid had during the mid-season championship, they still went to Map 5 with Crazy Raccoon, and Rupal looks to still be the flex support to beat in North America. This guy is absolutely consistent, and I wouldn't be shocked to see him elevate himself to an even higher degree during the rest of this season. Our bronze medalist is honestly someone who surprised me, but looking back through OWCS, this choice became pretty clear. Coming in at number 3, I have Landon. I've never really been the biggest fan of Landon, probably because during Overwatch League, he played for the London Spitfire, who just weren't that great nor interesting during those later years of the Overwatch League, but in OWCS, this guy has been an absolute monster. Landon joined Space Station Gaming for the 2024 season, and he immediately made a huge impact. This guy's Baptiste is up there with Shoes as the best in the league, and on top of the normal flex supports, he's also a good Brig player too. Having that flexibility is a really underrated tool that Landon brings to the table. On Space Station, Landon was a freak, playing super aggressively and making plays to help Space Station win in EMEA Stage 2 and 4. They also got the 3rd place finish at the Dallas Major, so as a whole, Landon looked to be one of the best flex supports last year. In 2025, he joined OWCS and he's gone even better. He's become one of the single best flex supports in EMEA, elevating OWCS to becoming the best team in EMEA so far. I don't really know why Landon plays in EMEA, considering he's American, but he absolutely runs the pockets of that region, and he's a big reason why OWCS won Stage 2. Just recently, in the mid-season championship, they finished 2nd, and they're currently sitting at a 4-0 record in Stage 3 so far. This guy just keeps getting better and better. The more he plays, the more he improves. So far through OWCS, I think it's safe to say he's been the best non-Korean flex support in the league. Admittedly, there's a little bit of a gap between number 3 and the top 2. However, you shouldn't really be that shocked. It's usually these two guys on the top of the scene, the number 1 and number 2 best flex supports. But how am I going to pick between them? Well, after looking at their accolades, watching them play at an individual level, and admittedly a little biased, my choice for the 2nd best flex support is gonna have to be Fielder. Fielder is the definition of a consistent flex support. He's almost never an issue, always playing at an incredible level 99% of the time, just making plays and anchoring down Team Falcons all throughout OWCS. Fielder has the best on in the league, and his Baptiste, Kiri, and Zenyatta are all elite. I personally really love Fielder. He was super fun on the Eternal, Dallas Fuel, and he was a major part of that 2023 Atlanta Reign, and he contributed to the first ever title that the Reign ever got, so I always have a special spot for him in my heart. In OWCS, he's continued his greatness. On Team Falcons, he helped this team win multiple stages and the championship in Stockholm, which gives him his 2nd ring, cementing him as one of the best players in Overwatch League history. Even though Team Falcons have been kinda struggling in 2025, Fielder has never faltered, helping drag this team to success even when they're failing. Most recently, he helped Team Falcons to a great win in the mid-season championship, and there's no doubt in my mind that Fielder is a top 2 support. Some of you probably have him at number 1, rightfully so. However, I do not. At this point, you probably know who number 1 is by now, so without further ado, my choice for the best flex support in OWCS is gonna be Shu. It's a really close race between Shu and Fielder, but I'm giving Shu the edge. Shu has, in my opinion, the best Baptiste and Zenyatta in the league, and he has incredible Kiri and Ana to boot. This guy's a playmaker, aggressive, and lethal with his aim and decision making. After a fantastic year on the Houston Outlaws, Shu joined Crazy Raccoons and has been a major part of this team's consistent success. On Crazy Raccoon, Shu has won multiple tournaments, including the Dallas Major and the 2024 Esports World Cup. He's beaten great teams like Team Falcons, T1, Zeta Division, Way, Toronto Defiant, anyone you can think of, he's beaten them. He's always a key contributor in every match, and it's rare to say that your support player is your primary playmaker, but sometimes Shu just takes games over. There are some games that I'll watch where Shu just simply ascends and makes no mistakes, has a perfect game, and single-handedly takes the opponents down. That's rare out of a support player. Watching Shu play is an absolute joy, and for my money, he's still the best flex support player in OWCS so far. I'm sure that all of my opinions will change in a year, but as of right now, these are my top 6 best flex support players in OWCS so far. If you like this video, do me a huge favor and subscribe to the channel. I've been super busy with college and work, but I'm hoping to get some more videos out soon. Leave a comment down below letting me know who your top 6 is. I'd love to see how different they are from mine. That's all for me. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, love you guys.